What is up, guys? Welcome to this week's weekly recap. Today I'll be going over the week, the trade that I took, maybe something that I could have taken. I don't remember if there was anything, so yeah, I'll go over that. Monday, November 17th. Let me see. November 17th. Uh, okay, so here. Uh, okay, yeah. So this day, I I should have been probably bullish off of this low. Let me see. 17th. Actually, I could have seen being bearish. Yes, I was leaning more bullish. Um, okay, yeah, so I was looking at this low here and I said, okay, if we respect this and we start displacing higher, then I could see us going higher. And that's kind of what happened. We ended up sweeping this low. There wasn't really any sort of entries. I guess that this 5 minute inverse here, but that's just not really my strategy. And it's also inside of, oh, it wasn't. I mean, that 5 minute inverse wasn't bad actually. I remember that I didn't see it though. So yeah, there was also a possible 3 minute long here. I think that long here was actually pretty nice. It's just not really like following my rules to a T. It's not the highest time frame inverse, but it is a Yuta swing, so I don't need to wait. I don't need to take the highest time frame. What the fuck is happening, bruh? Uh, Here. Honestly, yeah, I guess. I think I should have taken this long, probably. I think it was really obvious. I could have taken like the 5 minute inverse, a close there, stop around here, 75 points, below the breaker. I think I could have had that. We were inside of a 30 minute. Yeah, I mean, discretionally, I think it's a good long. It's just like a bit tough to long that. Just like following my rules, so I didn't take anything there. And then I remember that I was looking. Okay, yeah, ended up sweeping this high here, which was inside of an hourly gap, or like not inside, but it was also an hourly Ferrari gap. There was this 5 minute inverse. I don't really like it. I think it's too early. I also was more bullish, and I feel like the structure isn't really that good. It's not bad though, and it played out, so that wasn't bad. And yeah, here I was looking for continuation longs. Ended up tapping this uh here, but we ended up going a bit into like deep into discount. And when I take continuations, I don't really like to see that. I just like to see more like this, like all the way up here. And when we go this deep into discount, I just really want to see like strong displacement. I know we ended up getting an SMT here at this low, so NQ swept it and ES didn't. Uh, and there was a 30-second inverse around here. Again, just because we're like too deep into like discount, I want to see more displacement. And there wasn't any like higher time frame gap. It was only a 30-second. And for me, the displacement just like the inverse was here on the 30-second. I don't have the 30-second here, but it's just not really enough displacement for me. And I don't think it was horrible. I just rather take like more obvious setups, and that just wasn't obvious enough for me. Then we ended up hitting this 5 minute Ferrari gap. I mean, we got an SMT with it. Yes, took it, and Q didn't. And there was a, what was it, a 2 minute inverse? And there was this 2 minute inverse here. I think, I don't think this was, I think it was pretty good. Like on the higher time frame, we are definitely bearish. Um, and a reaction out of this after respecting this hourly fair value gap, respecting this 5 minute fair value gap, I think is pretty good. Uh, this would have been, let's see if we already stopped there. Uh, yeah, I would have been like either stop or maybe take profit. I don't know. Maybe break even. I don't know. Like, yes, we're pretty choppy, so yeah. And I was looking for longs, but I think that was pretty good. Okay, next day. Uh, we're gonna go or what? Bruh. Uh, okay, Tuesday. I was bearish. Like we've been on this higher time frame sell model, and I was looking to take shorts here this day. Yeah, we didn't really get anything. Um, there was a possible initial short. I wanted to see shorts out of this level. Um, here, either something like this, sweep this high, and then get an inverse, or all the way up here, sweep this, and then take shorts out of that. Uh, ended up leaving all of this LR, and there was this 1 minute inverse. I don't think it was that good. You know, really, like the recent Aki level, we still have all of this liquidity and LR, and I was looking for something like this. We didn't get that. This ended up just being the manipulation move. We then ended up we ended up going lower, and we had a pretty obvious draw towards this low here. Um, and I was looking for continuation shorts. We had we had 5 minute fair value gaps on the leg, and so when we have multiple fair value gaps on the leg, I wait for at least the second one. But we ended up hitting this 5 minute fair value gap here, and there was a 2 minute inverse here. The close wasn't the best either. Like it did close, it's not bad. Um, Now the reason that I faded this and didn't take this was simply because I wait for the second fair value gap on the leg to be hit. Uh, this ended up failing. As you can see, ended up generating more liquidity, relative equal lows with this low, and then more relative equal lows here. And we ended up getting a retracement back into the 15-minute fair value gap that we opened up. We hit this 5 minute fair value gap here. And bro, when I saw this shit, I was like so happy because I was going to get an entry. I was looking to take this 3 minute inverse here. We never got it, and then we ended up opening up a 5 minute fair value gap. Now, we did get the 5 minute inverse, they closed right there. But as you can see, we ended up forming LR here on the lower time frame. And also the close on the 5 minute was here. And just look at how choppy it is, bro. Is this like an inverse that I would like to take? No, it isn't. An inverse that I would like to take and that I will take looks like this. It doesn't look like this. I I never take those setups, so that's the reason that I faded this. I was hoping to see a retracement, not a retracement, like a resweep of the high, and then get an inverse. But sadly, I never got that, and ended up just stumping, and the 5 minute worked. I don't think the 5 minute was horrible. It's just this like chop. It's not something that I like. So yeah. Uh, and there really wasn't anything else this day. So yeah. Okay, next day. Next day, Wednesday. Wednesday, I wasn't too sure. We were ranging. Yes, we were in a higher time frame, like bearish sell model, so I could have been more bearish. And but I wanted to see clear displacement towards a drawn liquidity. Here, oh, I think they say we ended up just fully fucking pumping. Um, Let me see. Yeah, so we ended up just fully pumping, and we had an on-field. Did we? No, no, no. Okay, yeah, so we had this 4-hour intermediate high, so that should be the highest point that we're gonna go if we're gonna be bearish. I was looking to take continuation longs. We never got any sort of retracement. As you can see, just straight up. So nothing I could take there with my strategy. Um, and then I said, okay, since we went all the way up like this with no retracements, there's so many on-field gaps, on-field, 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 on-field. So I said, okay, I'll take a make short. We hit the higher time frame key level, the 4-hour intermediate high, and also this high inside of the 4-hour parabolic gap, and I mean, yeah, just this high. And then I was looking to take a make short. Um, Now just because we had like pumped over 400 points this day, and so I just wanted extra confirmation. There was a 2 minute here. We did get the 2 minute close right here. The only thing is, just because we had like pumped all the way like this, I wanted more confirmation and I wanted to see strong displacement through this 1 minute parabolic gap right here. We never really got that, and we ended up just chopping and chopping and chopping and forming LR. We also ended up opening up a 50 minute here. So if you took the 2 minute, which I think is okay, I don't think it's bad if you had a lot of conviction on it. I just wanted more displacement and more confirmation. You would have had to go break even at the 50 minute parabolic gap that we opened up, and it would have been a break even trade, which is kind of annoying. But yeah. Um, and there really wasn't anything else this day. Just straight down. Ended up just reversing the whole move. So yeah, there really wasn't anything else this day. Thursday, yeah, so this day I was more bullish. Uh, so Thursday was bullish towards this high here. Ignore this fucking huge dump. Um, it was a daily intermediate high, so a high instead of a daily gap. And I really wanted to see longs towards it to then be able to take shorts. Like, yeah, more bearish on the higher time frame, but I was bullish up to this high and then bearish. And that's kind of what I did here. I can either take longs or shorts out of it. Um, we ended up just fully fucking chopping, like just horrible fucking price action. There was a possible short here. Where was it? Was it here? Nah. There was like a possible short, bro. It's just really choppy price action, really poo poo. And I was looking to take longs towards this high. I wasn't really bearish. Sure, we had this hourly gap here, but I mean, I think that this high was the wrong liquidity. I guess I was wrong, but I don't think I was wrong for thinking that. Just really, like, I guess there was a possible 2 minute inverse here for shorts. I'm not a big fan of it. I was bullish and yeah, I don't like it. And then we just ended up fully fucking dumping, like, what did I do? Like over 1,000 points this day, bro. Like it was crazy. Yeah, almost like 1,000 points. And it was just insane. And on the way down, what did we do? So many on-field gaps. So on Friday, I based my bias off of that. Oh, fuck. Um, Here. So Friday I was bullish. We had finished the overall sell model. Um, I mean, if we're gonna finish it, we should react out of this. It's a weekly gap as well, and we swept this low. So if we're gonna start being bullish now, we're gonna react. But if we're gonna keep being bearish, we should keep displacing, and we're probably gonna end up taking these lows. But since we finished the sell model and we had a ton of unfilled gaps on the way down, like 4 hour unfilled, hourly unfilled here, and all of these 15 minutes unfilled, I was more bullish and I wanted to take longs out of this 15-minute intermediate low. Um, so longs out of this low here. Was it that one? Yeah, it was that one. And we also had a 5 minute here, which that was the lowest point I wanted to see us go, or maybe like this here. And we ended up just chopping around. I like open here, chop, chop, chop. I saw the session was cooked, but I was still willing just to take like if we get strong manipulation like this, and then an inverse out of that, I was willing to take that, and that's what we got. Let me first go over the trades that wasn't like too good. There was this 1 minute inverse here. We had an SMT at the low. As you can see, ES swept it and NQ didn't. And I faded this because we had news at 9:45. It didn't really do much, but also we're still inside of this chop, and we still have like lower targets which we could hit. And it's not really true manipulation. You want to see both assets trade into something, and maybe like we get an SMT with something else, and that would be like the strongest SMT and most like chance of getting displacement and distributing is when both assets are placed to distribute. And here NQ just really wasn't on any key level. It was just an SMT with a low, and we're still inside of this chop, so I don't think it's a good long. Wasn't horrible, but that's the reason that I avoided it. Chop and NQ wasn't on anything, and also 9:45 news, so this could have been avoided. Then we ended up going lower. We ended up sweeping the low on NQ and also tapping this 5 minute rally up. And then what happens? We get a V-shaped 2 minute inverse. So close is right here. At first the close was sketching me out a bit. Like the last second they closed up here. Up here. It was like going to close around here and that was a bit sketchy. But we closed right here. So I think the close was really good. I had a stop below CE of this week. I had like a 75 point stop, I think. Yeah, I had a stop like 75 point. My entry was a bit higher up. Had a stop here and take profit here at this high. So what do we have? All of this LR, accumulation, manipulation, expecting distribution with an overall bullish bias towards all of these highs around filled gaps. I'm just taking the low hanging fruit. I went break even at this high here and yes, and hit take profit. So only like I think it was a fucking A or A plus setup. Super, super clean. Super happy with the way that I played this week. Here's like the proof, I guess. No trades other for days and just this one. And yeah. And then there was a couple of setups after, which I don't think were that good. I guess this long here, it wasn't horrible. It's just that this high swept this high. Sure, we have the external targets, but internal targets just aren't like that good anymore. And also, if we're really gonna be bullish and we're gonna distribute higher, they should have been low of day. So yeah, and then we just started chopping around. So yeah, that is it for this week, and peace out.